dear viewers. A warm welcome to Planeo, or rather to the Planeo YouTube channel. It's great to have you here. Here, we're building a terrace, a covered WPC terrace. Let me briefly explain the circumstances. We're in the old building section here. We've completely renovated the interior of the old building. You can see that in the other videos linked below this video. What's important here is we want to install an outdoor kitchen in this area, install an outdoor kitchen with everything that goes with it. And we'll show you how to do that in another video. But here we want to create the foundation. We're going to space the substructure closer together than usual. We'll discuss the grid layout later. But here we want to reduce the spacing of the grid so that we can safely have a lot of people on this terrace, can walk on it safely, and also heavy items like a kitchen, a solid kitchen which will stay there all year round. All of that has weight, and of course the subsoil must be prepared accordingly. Briefly mentioned, without wanting to bore you here, we have compacted gravel such as at least 40 centimeters deep in some areas and even more in others. We've tamped it down. These are of course tasks you can do yourself. We want to encourage you to do it yourself as well. It works, though it does take a bit of effort, or you can simply hand it over to a landscaper. That's truly the foundation, but that's only part of the most important thing, namely the height. You have to think about it beforehand. To put it very simply and plainly, where will I end up? Where do I want to end up? Of course, we want to end up flush here with this windowsill. That is our reference edge. Afterwards, it's the sum of all the parts you install. All of that together gives the total height, and you basically calculate downward from the edge. You can stretch strings as guides. There are laser devices that make this very convenient. You can rent them, you don't have to buy them for a lot of money. That's all for the substructure, which is what we've done here. The gravel layer has been compacted. Now we're spreading the crushed stone here. Not too high, really just as a leveling layer. You don't need to add another 10 centimeters or anything like that. Apply grit, but it is sufficient to make it relatively thin. Then we lay down a weed control fabric. Nevertheless, seeds can still get in, and then somehow things still grow out of the joints. We want to avoid that as much as possible. We'll now show you how the whole process works, step by step. Enjoy the video and have fun. The base is now finished. Gravel layer, crushed stone, weed control fabric, and these lawn edging stones as so-called point foundations. The spacing, the axis spacing, meaning from center to center, is no more than approximately 50 centimeters here. You almost have a continuous surface with lawn edging stones here. That's actually the case, but you should make the effort. Often you can also in fact recycle old slabs or get them cheaply. It's definitely really worth it to prepare the base this way. Once that's done, the rubber granulate pads come into play. They increase walking comfort and compensate for small uneven spots. What's really important here is the grid. We mentioned that we want to provide a special load-bearing capacity here because an outdoor kitchen will be placed here. Maybe there will also be other options to set up furniture here, for example, an oak table and so on. Heavy furniture, lots of people for a small party or something alike, so that no problems arise there. Over the years, we want to make the substructure, the grid of the substructure, a bit tighter than usual. Normally we have an axis spacing of about 35 centimeters, meaning from the center of one substructure to the center of the next. Here, we're using an axis spacing of 30 centimeters, so that the overhanging part of the board is about 24 to 25 centimeters. So really here's one substructure and the next one there, and the piece that actually hangs in the air unsupported is no larger than 24, approximately 25 centimeters. Yes, we make the substructure continuous. Here you can see it with these connecting pieces, which are specially available for the substructure. They are fastened here with screws, And then you basically have the option of an endless connection. Here, even with our 17-meter length, we have absolutely no problem. The substructure measures approximately 92 millimeters. We will carefully attach it in the outer area and securely. On every second lawn edge stone, we will anchor the substructure firmly and securely. Of course, we use a spirit level. That's the most important tool, which you have here to always check if everything is straight. Later, you can also use a folding ruler and a laser to measure everything again. That's no problem. But the spirit level is the most important tool. That's how we level it out, anchor everything firmly, and then we are going to do this one more time, repeating the process once again, just as we did before.
Another important step has been taken. The substructure is level. We started at the edges. There we looked for the highest point. We looked for a point and pulled strings to make it easier for us. This way you could also incorporate a slope if needed. You can achieve that by laying all out if the slope isn't already present in the ground. But here we don't need a slope. Firstly, due to the decking boards we're using, which don't require a slope, and also because of the roof, we're doing it here without a slope. In any case, we fix them in place, starting from the outside, so that you have a fixed frame in the sense that everything is already secured there. And then for every fifth row, basically where the lawn edge is, the stones are also screwed down again in the middle, so that we really have a structure here that can't give way anymore and is completely stable and secure, whether you're placing an order or just interested. Always order a mix of different heights of the rubber granulate pads. You can't level things out as well with just 8mm pads. We also have other heights or thicknesses of rubber pads in our range. So get yourself a variety of pads. Of course, the 8s are the ones that are needed most, but you can also compensate for a lot with the 3s by combining them. Next, we're going to stick on the spacer tape here to decouple the two materials from each other, such as WPC and aluminum, and also that we securely force-locked connection with the stainless steel clip on the supportive aluminum substructure. In the next step, we'll show you how we get started, and we'll consider which side to begin from. Then it's basically just a matter of laying the boards. For the lighting, of course, the cables need to be laid now. With our system, it's relatively easy, but you do have to make sure the main cable is already in place at the spots where the spotlights or other types of lighting will go. You can connect everything and hook it up to the main cable. Whether you want to light up something in the garden area or illuminate the sauna, house lights up, that's not a problem, but here you have to, needs to be properly laid in advance. That's what will happen now, of course, before the boards are installed.
Now we've already reached the end. As you can see, our outdoor kitchen is already set up. It's already a bit furnished here, and we're done with our terrace. Definitely order a free sample of the terrace. Antique grey Titanwood solid plank from Planeo. Super stylish, really. The samples are free of charge. Always remember our sample department, very important. They'll send the samples straight to your home right away. You just have to order them. No problem at all. But as I said, this was a great project once again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to give it a like. Don't forget to hit the bell and give a thumbs up. And if you still have any questions, you can also call us or email us. We have a super competent team at Planeo, and we also have an info box. You can check there again, also for all the other videos. Well, we have several videos available. Feel free to check them on our website. We're here for you, and I hope we'll see each other next time. See you then. Bye.